Hello, this is Sanjita Hussain, and today I will be presenting my WEL research project about the hijab. Many might ask, what is the hijab? The hijab is a veil worn by Muslim women in the presence of male who are not immediate family members. In other words, it is supposed to be worn around men who can be potential marriage suitors. The word hijab means divide and barrier. That may sound like a bad thing, but it actually stands for modesty, a barrier between men and women, or a distance between men and women. The hijab actually comes from the religion of Islam in 627 CE, the time and era of Prophet Muhammad subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is known to be the last prophet and messenger of Islam. In Surah Al-Ahzab, verse 33-59 in the Quran, it states that women have the obligation to guard their modesty through covering, to protect themselves from predators of the outside world. It was because women were being sexually assaulted. It caused many tribe members to come to Prophet Muhammad, who was the leader seeking answers. Muhammad, who did not know what to do, asked God for guidance. It is believed that Angel Gabriel, sent by Allah, came with the verse that stated that women are obligated to guard their modesty, to protect themselves from the outside world, from this day and onward. There are many misconceptions about women who wear the hijab, but today I will talk about the main ones. Many believe that women who wear the hijab are oppressed, but the fact is that in Islam, men and women are treated equally, and hijab is a choice that women choose to wear it or not. There is a false notion that women who wear the hijab are associated with terrorist or extremist groups, but the truth is that Islam is the religion of peace and harmony among all nations and all beliefs. Women who wear the hijab are assumed as uneducated and voiceless, but the fact is that one of the most educated women of color are Muslim women who choose to wear the hijab. Yes, they have to fight 10 times harder to break the notion, but it gives them more strength to be educated, full of knowledge. Not all practicing Muslim women wear the hijab, although the hijab helps many build a better connection and bond with God. The hijab actually does not mean headscarf, it means modesty. Modesty for all men and women, which is why the hijab is not only for women, but for both genders and cisgenders. Believe it or not, but women of hijab actually have taken over the 21st century in many elements of everyday life. Can wear while doing physical activities. Many sports have accommodated women who wear the hijab by creating hijabs and modest wear that women can wear. Both art and fashion is a way to express oneself. Living in the era of social media, women of hijab have a platform to describe who they are no matter what. Living in the era of equality after the women's rights movement, many women of color, in particular women of hijab, have pursued their education, creating many, which has encouraged many to become activists, but also leaders who stand up for what they believe in. It is clearly shown in the election of fall 2018, where many women of color, two in particular who were Muslim, have taken office. A lot like many Americans living in the 21st centuries, hijabis can choose a career or to be the head of the household, making a mark on this world. I want to speak about the facts that I learned about Islam myself, being a Muslim. Although the hijab is associated with the religion of Islam, the word itself is never used in the Quran, the Muslim holy book. Instead, the word khimar or jilbab is used when speaking of modesty and veiling itself. Living in the 21st century and around the world, a woman who wears the hijab is usually called a hijabi. When speaking of veiling, it is usually associated with the religion of Islam, but if you look back at history and every Abrahamic religion, it is required for every woman to wear a hijab in every holy book. For example, Mother Mary, the mother of Jesus, wore a veil. Even in present day, nuns are depicted as wearing veils. During the era of Prophet Muhammad, a woman who used to wear the hijab, called the jilbab at that time, was depicted as a woman of higher class who had a tribe to protect her. The media usually depicts a woman of hijab as oppressed or uneducated, but the fact is that one of the first university in this whole entire world is University of Al-Qarawiyyin that was created in 859 AD in Fez, Morocco by a hijabi princess, Fatima al-Fihari, that is still running to this day. Princess Fatima actually created it to educate women to help them obtain a better life. The main reason why I chose this topic is because I am Muslim, and yes, I do not wear the hijab because I personally don't feel ready for it. Even though I don't wear it, I want to bring an awareness to women who do wear the hijab, because even though we live in the 21st century, not everything is equal, and there's a lot of hate and discrimination within women of color, especially women who wear the hijab and aren't the typical norms of society. I know in my heart that even if I wasn't Muslim, I would still want to bring an awareness to women who do cover as a religious purpose.